Meditation is a time that's just for you. I'm Ambika. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please make sure that you're not operating a car or heavy equipment and that you won't be disturbed. Get into a comfortable position, close your eyes, and let's meditate.
Let your body find a comfortable position, whether it be seated or lying down, and let yourself move just a little bit. You can move your shoulders, your hips, move the joints of your ankles, your feet, your fingers. And let's start by just opening the jaw as wide as you can. So opening that lower jaw all the way down towards the chest. And by doing that, you can induce a yawn. Sometimes it takes a breath or two, and then you'll feel a great release in the jaw and the chest. And this is such a good habit to use whenever you feel like the emotions are bubbling up or you're feeling stressed out, to just induce a yawn by dropping the jaw all the way down towards the chest and letting that stale air out from the bottom of the lungs. And then let your eyelids close almost all the way down. And so if there's light in your space, you still see some of the light and a little bit of the shapes and colors, but your eyelids are at least 3/4 of the way shut. And now with the eyelids in that position and breathing in and out only through the nose, I want you to imagine you're rolling the eyeballs up inside the head, and it's as if you're looking up through the forehead at the back of the eyebrows. And you'll notice that the eyelids begin to flutter. Let them flutter, just let them relax. And if you feel them becoming still again, try and look up again through the back of the forehead. It's as if you're looking up at your own eyebrows. And with the eyelids fluttering like that, begin to notice the breath coming in and out through the nose. And notice the quality of air across the inside front edges of the nostrils. Just breathe like that, letting the eyelids flutter. This should bring on a sensation of peace and happiness right away. It's a way to trick the electrical pulsing, the waves of the brain, to induce a primary alpha state. So more alpha waves firing, stronger alpha waves firing, with the eyelids fluttering. Noticing the breath across the inside front edges of the nostrils. Now take a little bit of awareness and notice the belly moving. And as you place focus on the belly, just let the eyelids relax. And they can close all the way down. Gently. That's right. Still watching the breath. And now watching the belly as it rises on the inhale and gently sinks in on the exhale. Now let the breath begin to lengthen. So you begin to take in even more air on your inhalation. And imagine that you can lengthen the exhalation to be twice as long as how you inhaled. And now continuing on breathing and lengthening. Imagine what would happen if you just paused after you took in a large inhalation. And watch as the body pauses, holding the air in, and then slowly beginning to let it out. Watching it drift into the distance like a lazy river. And also at the bottom of the breath, after the air is out of you, pause once again. Just pausing and holding the air out. And then continue on to the next breath. Slowly inhaling, pausing with the air in, slowly exhaling. Pausing with the air out. Continue on, taking a few more breaths like this, just listening to the sound of your own breathing. You can continue breathing in this way, or you can just let the breath relax, whatever feels comfortable. Now imagine the area in the region of the pubic bone and that sacred triangular bone in the back of the physical body. And imagine that there's a vast lake of water. And that lake of water moves gently and slowly, almost like waves or tide, just rocking very, very slowly, side to side. Perhaps it rocks with the rhythm of your breath. Notice and feel the sensation of that beautiful, vast body of water moving very slowly, side to side. If you're a visual person and you want to use your inner vision, you can allow this lake to be reflecting an orangey light, but it doesn't have to. We often associate the color orange with desire. Desire is when we strongly want something. There are things that it's good to be desirous of. It's good to desire love and peace and positivity. As a wizard, you'll learn to use the energy of desire to will things. But we must be very, very mindful and aware that as we create change, more change happens. Feel the waters of Svadhisthana Chakra, fluid and changing as they rock side to side. This is an area that can create great happiness. This is an area of flexibility and fluidity. In Svadhisthana, we have the ability to connect with a single pointed object, thing, person, one on one at a time. We must also be aware that we're always interconnected through the root, through Muladhara. So it's not as if we're removing the energy of our connectedness to everything, but simultaneously becoming aware of our ability to connect to just one. Imagine the sensation of both all at once, connecting to everything, but also connecting at the same time to just one. So if there is an individual, a being, a life force that's very, very important to you, get a sensation of it right now. It could be a person. It could be a place. It could be a familiar. Hold that image and sensation in the mind's eye. Now, as you do, still maintaining an idea and connection with the wave and motion of Svadhisthana Chakra, take some roots from Muladhara and drive them down into the earth. Feel them go through the surface where the physical body is. Feel them go down through the floor, down into the earth, all the way down through the crust of the earth, down through the rock, all the layers, into the molten center. Once connected, begin to draw warm energy up, nourishment all the way up into your energy fields, into the physical body. Feel the connectedness. Feel all of that energy come up into your body and bring it up even past Svadhisthana into the area of the heart. Fly up out of the head, out through the ceiling, up into the sky, at least 300 feet above where the physical body is. Now beam light and love from above down into the top of your head and let it commingle in the heart. Take some awareness and look back at the lake in the second chakra. Feel the waves as they go side to side. Notice how you can be in multiple places at one time. Let the energy from the heart space with the energy of love and above, the groundedness from the earth, the sway of the lake, let them all move, notice them. Notice any colors, any smells, any tastes, any of the senses. Just be the witness and watch. Be the observer. In this infinite lake, you have the ability to connect to one being at a time. It is in this type of connection that we understand even more profoundly our ability to connect to all things all at once. Imagine these words as if they're your own inner voice saying, I am connected. I am connectedness. I am the ability to connect. When we feel connected, we feel actualized. We feel seen. We feel understood. This is the harmonious state of this energetic field. When we feel life is good, life is enjoyable, when we're able to move and make changes and be adaptive, this area is harmonious. Ask yourself, what would it be like to be so flexible? What would it feel like to receive pleasure from my desires? What would it be like to enjoy life? What would it be like to be an infinite lake of happiness? What would it be like to make good choices so that health is peak, so that emotions are smooth? What would it be like to just roll with it, flowing back and forth, just like the lake in Svadhisthana? You are an infinite being of beauty and light. You have all the elements in you. You deserve to be happy. It's your birthright. What would it be like to let go of any habits that are not serving the highest good for you and the highest good for all? What would it be like to be in a constant state of flow and synchrony? Tonight, when you dream, or later today, if you take a nap, let yourself dream the biggest dream. Let the messages come through to fulfill your greatest desires. Now you can choose to stay in this state, relax, and drift off into a very rejuvenative sleep. Or if you are getting up, ever so slowly, you can begin to feel your fingers and toes. Maybe just rub the thumbs across the pads of the fingers and wiggle the toes. And know that you're going to have the most amazing day or evening wherever you are. The emotions are going to be incredibly peaceful. And all the answers you've been seeking are coming to you. All of the feelings of good connection with others are happening without you making any effort. And if you're going to just take rest now, you can do so right now.